Alright, right off the bat, we can't have two black guys playing a villain in a purple suit. The audience will get confused, there's no doubt about that. So we will be changing the High Evolutionary to a woman played by Jennifer Aniston. Now, as I said in the title, this will be speculation on how Guardians of the Galaxy 3 would have panned out if James Gunn was never rehired and Volume 3 was written by Disney boardroom full of hacks. Now, Jennifer Aniston is playing the High Evolutionary, and like I said before, this has nothing to do with her talent. It's mostly just because Disney has a deal with the aging former A-list women and getting them one last paycheck on the big screen before they become irrelevant. And we have to do that, otherwise our audience won't be able to tell the difference between these two. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's the same guy twice. The audience won't be able to tell the difference between these two. Oh, whoops, that's also the same guy twice. The audience won't be able to tell the difference between this guy and this guy. So everyone knows James Gunn is famous for his epic musical intros and how he carefully handpicks each melody to tie in with the themes of the movie, right? So for Volume 3, since we're a bunch of Disney corporate hacks with no original ideas or talent, we're just gonna pick Blink-182 song. You see, the 90s are a big thing right now. Everyone loves nostalgia. So the intro of this movie will open up and Groot will be doing his Groot dance. And then Peter Quill comes out rocking his new Apple iPod because this movie is now sponsored by Apple and he needs Apple products because only the good guys use the Apple products and the bad guys use the Android product. It's just one of the little Easter eggs. There's tons of Easter eggs that's gonna come. The Disney writers, we have so many freaking Easter eggs for you guys. You're gonna be writing BuzzFeed articles about it. You're gonna love it. All right, so all the main characters are dancing around to all the small things. And then Gamora and Peter get too close and they almost kiss. And she pushes him off and she's like, "I won't accept your advances, you Earth cretin," or something like that, okay? See, we have to do what's familiar. We gotta get these two back together at the end. And so since it's a new Gamora, we're really gonna have to speed this thing up. We're just gonna take her through the same exact storyline from the first movie, and there'll be a lot of back and forth, and the big build-up scene will just be this scene again. You know, but instead of a purple background, it'll be like a dark blue, with some bits of purple for an Easter egg about the last time they kissed in front of the same thing and it was all purple. And we also play the same exact song. That way it really just brings everything full circle for the audience and they won't be confused at all because even though she's black, she's wearing green makeup. So no one can tell she's black. You know, not that that matters. I'm just a Disney writer who is very aware of this. And I just think we need to insert some kind of messages, some racial justice storyline or something in here. All right, at this point, the movie basically just writes itself. Nebula starts twerking to all the small things, and it's like, all the small things. And then Nicki Minaj comes out, and she's an alien, so we'll name her like Mickey Nataj. And she'll be blue, and she'll start twerking with Gamora, because they're both blue, twerking. And then we really quickly change the song to "I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da." We gotta start it off with a bunch of laughs, all right? But then out of nowhere, Rocket gets kidnapped by Adam Warlock. But then out of nowhere again, Doctor Strange comes through a portal, and it's a different Doctor Strange from the Doctor Strange that we know. And he goes, "You can't kidnap that rocket because that rocket saves my homeworld in universe 007 from the future. You see, I'm from the past, and I'm bringing you a message that if this multiverse's future ends up like my past, then there will be no present for you to look forward to in the future." See, it's kind of a little known secret right now, but we're doing this multiverse saga. We explained it more on Disney Plus. You can go over there and you can learn all about it if you guys want to. Now we can put Doctor Strange in the trailer and make it look like he was in the entire fucking movie, but he's only in one scene, and it has little to no effect on the movie at all because these were decisions that were actually made to tie into an idea that someone had 6 movies ago that we can't go back on because we already published that movie. Carrying on, Nebula is now a they-them. You see, when Thanos was picking her apart, he was kind enough to ask her what pronouns she uses. And she was like, "Well, I have a metal so I'm not feeling very womanly. Just call me they." Also, when Quill is talking to everyone about the fact that he's lost people, instead of saying he's lost his mother, Yondu, and Gamora, he says he's lost his mother, his father, Ego, and Gamora. A minor change, but one that at least shows the audience that we did not understand the themes of the last movie at all. And instead of building off of that, we're just figuring out what a test grading audience is telling us once a week. And let me tell you, they love the jokes. We just gotta keep the jokes coming like a TikTok video or something. The one-liners are golden. Everyone knows that Marvel writers are some of the fucking funniest people on earth. All right, the creativity of the buttery anus planet was very impressive. But here at Disney, I like to think we have a certain level of expectation that can't really be matched. So instead of the buttery anus planet, it's just going to be a steel spaceship that has hollow screens. And we can't have anything too graphic in this movie, so we have to cut out about 65% of Rocket's backstory, and instead, we just make the otter a man's voice. But her name is Kyla or Lila or whatever her fucking name is. It doesn't matter. What's important is that it's a man's voice, but the man otter is like, I want to be called a woman. All right, so we can send a message to the audience that I think a lot of people need to hear, especially in this age of Donald Trump. Yeah, I mean, I know he's not in office or anything, and you guys get what I'm trying to do, right? I'm just a Disney writer. I'm just trying to make a difference. So the end of the movie needs to be a huge CGI battle, but most importantly, we really need to hammer home that the true theme of this movie is that it's all about friendship, guys. It's about the destination. No, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey you take with the friends you make. And that'll be like the speech Peter will say to everyone on the ship while they're all standing around about to fight Jennifer Aniston. And let me tell you, she is guaranteed to be awful in this movie. Also, one big change we're going to make to our ending is that we have to kill off Drax. You know, I know that James Gunn originally wrote him a nice, happy ending, unlike what everyone expected, really subverting expectations in a great way and giving him an ending he deserves. And he's obviously been a very dedicated and great actor throughout the years and actually took the time to hone his craft and take acting lessons and be a good person and stand up for James Gunn to make sure that he kept his job. But here at Disney, we don't really like things like having integrity, so we're gonna just have to kill him off in some kind of a disgusting ritualistic way in the actual movie as a warning to other actors, and then we also have to make sure to blacklist him as well. And you know, some people may say Dave Bautista is not white, but I assure you he is white. Okay, he is white, so we can do all of this stuff. All right, the good guys win, and then we have the most important part of the movie, the post-credits scene. You see, we use these like little movie trailers just to advertise the next movie to let you know there will be a next movie and that there will literally never be a last movie with no post-credits scene. We will just keep this going forever and ever unless we have to reboot because everyone got confused that we made Iron Man a black teenager. All right, the post-credit scene will involve Jared Leto as Morbius, and he morbs onto the screen in front of Star-Lord, and he's like, I heard you met Spider-Man in space. I was thinking I might have some space for one last fight. And then it says Jared Leto and Chris Pratt will return. And then the second post-credits scene is a dark-haired Star-Lord waking up in Multiverse Universe 0011 and realizing it was all a dream from the future, and he needs to use the multiverse to go back in time and stop it all. And then the screen goes black and it says Multiverse Saga will return in 2027 because our lead villain is probably going to jail for real.